The Kingdom of Funan stands as one of the earliest and most significant civilizations in the history of Southeast Asia. Flourishing from around the 1st to the 6th century CE, Funan occupied a region that today includes southern Vietnam, Cambodia, and parts of Thailand. Its rise and prosperity are inextricably linked with its location, which allowed it to become a prominent center of trade and cultural exchange in the ancient world. The vibrancy of Funan's ports attracted merchants and travelers from distant lands, India, China, and beyond, creating a melting pot of customs, ideas, and beliefs that would shape the region's identity for centuries. Funan's emergence as a powerful kingdom was not accidental. Situated along the strategic waterways of the lower Mekong, Funan controlled important trade routes that connected the Indian Ocean with the South China Sea. It became a central hub where goods from the west and east could be exchanged, everything from spices and precious metals to textiles and ceramics. As ships came and went, they brought not only material wealth but also intangible treasures, new ways of thinking, artistic inspiration, and religious traditions. The heart of Funan's transformation lay in the rich cultural influences brought by these interactions, particularly the profound and lasting impact of Indian civilization. This process, known as Indianization, saw Indian language, art, literature, and especially religion, permeate Funan society. Hinduism and Buddhism, two of the great religions of India, found a new home along the Mekong, blending with local beliefs and customs in unique and fascinating ways. At the beginning of Funan's history, Hinduism was the dominant religious force. Brought by Indian traders, priests, and scholars, Hinduism introduced new ideas about the universe, life, and spirituality. In Hindu belief, the cosmos is governed by powerful gods, each with unique roles: Brahma, the creator of the world; Vishnu, the preserver and protector; and Shiva, the destroyer and regenerator. These deities captured the imagination of Funan's people and rulers. Kings of Funan often portrayed themselves with almost divine authority, echoing the Hindu concept of the god king, an earthly ruler who embodied the might and virtue of the gods. Evidence of Hindu influence in Funan can still be traced through the archaeological discoveries that dot the landscape. Temples and statues dedicated to Shiva and Vishnu have been unearthed, shaped in the intricate artistic style of ancient India. Inscriptions in Sanskrit, the sacred language of Hindu scriptures, record the deeds of Funan's kings, their devotion to Hindu gods, and their patronage of temples and shrines. Rituals, festivals, and even ideas about governance and society were colored by Hindu concepts such as karma, the law of moral cause and effect, and dharma, the duty to live virtuously. Yet Funan was not static. It changed and adapted over time. Alongside Hinduism, Buddhism began to take root, spreading across the kingdom through the efforts of Indian and Indian-influenced monks and travelers. Buddhism offered a different perspective, a path to end suffering through wisdom, ethical living, and compassion for all beings. Teachings attributed to the Buddha emphasized the impermanence of life and the cycle of rebirth, resonating with people across classes and backgrounds. Chinese travelers and chroniclers, like Faxian, visited Funan and recorded their impressions. Faxian described seeing monks, temples, and Buddhist scriptures, pointing to a lively tradition of Buddhist scholarship and practice. Both major branches of Buddhism, the more ancient Theravada and Mahayana, with its broader array of teachings and bodhisattvas, may have been present. This diversity reflected Funan's openness to new ideas and willingness to integrate them into its social fabric. The spread of Indian religions in Funan was not simply a matter of belief, but a profound cultural exchange. Indian visitors brought sacred texts, told epic stories, and taught philosophy and mathematics. They helped Funan develop written scripts based on Sanskrit and Pali, and these scripts appeared in both religious contexts and the court chronicles. The Indian epic stories, Ramayana and Mahabharata, provided models for art, drama, and royal conduct. But the adoption of Indian religions in Funan was never a simple replacement of the old with the new. Rather, Funan's people fused these imported ideas with their indigenous practices, worshipping local spirits and ancestors alongside Hindu gods and Buddhist images. The process of Indianization was therefore a creative one, producing unique ways of worship, artistic forms, and even political organization, all shaped by local taste and circumstances. Chinese historical records further attest to the strong Indian presence in Funan. Chroniclers such as Kang Tai and Zhu Ying visited Funan in the 3rd century and remarked on its remarkable blend of traditions. They noted the Indian-style court rituals, the learning of Sanskrit by the royal elite, and the use of Indian titles and forms of government. They described rulers performing elaborate ceremonies, erecting temples, and welcoming foreign scholars and monks to their courts. The archaeological and written evidence left behind provides a window into everyday life in Funan. Statues of Hindu gods stand next to images of the Buddha. Temple ruins bear characteristic Indian sculptures, and inscriptions reveal a society deeply engaged with Indian philosophical and religious ideas. These traces demonstrate not only Funan's religious diversity, but also its central role as a beacon of cultural fusion in the ancient world. Even after the decline of the kingdom of Funan in the 6th century, its legacy continued to resonate throughout the region. The successor states, Chenla, Angkor, Srivijaya, built upon Funan's foundations of Indianized culture, religion, and statecraft. Iconic monuments like Angkor Wat, constructed centuries later, can be traced in spirit back to the early days when Funan's shores first welcomed Indian priests and pilgrims. Today, the story of Funan reminds us how ancient societies could thrive through openness, exchange, and creativity. Funan's embrace of Indian religions and customs was not just an act of imitation, but a profound blend that made something new and remarkable. Through trade, dialogue, and mutual respect, Funan transformed itself and left an indelible mark on the history of Southeast Asia, a testament to the enduring power of cultural connection. Thank you for joining me to explore the fascinating world of the Kingdom of Funan, a crossroads of trade, belief, and enduring legacy.